You are on live, Sudarshan sir.
Good evening, dear students, and warm welcome. Welcome to Chemistry, Interactive Chemistry with P.V. Sudarshan from St. Joseph Pre-University College, Bangalore. Yesterday, we had a wonderful sharing of P block elements that was group 15 and 16. Ivattu now, second sessionally, group 17 and 18 ಬಗ್ಗೆ, the mirage of inorganic chemistry, the secrets of success, shortcuts and tricks, all that you will be exploring today. So welcome again to my learning with you all and for greater glory of your success. Dear students, yesterday when we were discussing about group 15 and 16, I hope you are aware you have learned plentiful tricks. It is with regard to oxidation state, with regard to oxyacids, with regard to certain tricks on magnetic property. Sir, ಇವತ್ತು ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್? ಇವತ್ತು ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್, ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ವಿತೌಟ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟರ್, ವಿತೌಟ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಲಾಗ್ ಬುಕ್, pH ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಎರಡೇ 2 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಅದು. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಲೈಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ವಿ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಟುಡೇ into group 17 and group 18, much of it in group 18 is all about the uses. Much of it about group 18 is all about its utility, its reactivities. When I come to group 17, dear students, you have heard plentiful times, sir, group 17 in the periodic table, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರಿದೆ, ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂದು ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್. ಯಾರು ಈ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್? ಈ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್, ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ P block elements with P.V. Sudarshan. Dear students, I have put up this slide for you. This will just give you a hint. It will tell you about what are the elements that are there. And when you are preparing about these halogens, it is necessary to know about their nature. It is necessary to know about how do they exist. So let me explore. Sir, all halogens, if I tend to say fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Question idr mele kelbodu sir, which is the radioactive halogen anta? Astatine. Sir, what is the color of a particular halogen anta kelbodu? Idralli note ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ point, dear students, do remember in this, if you happen to visualize, fluorine is a gas, chlorine is a gas, but my bromine happens to be a corrosive liquid that makes it very, very special, and it is reddish brown in nature. Whereas my iodine happens to be a volatile solid and it is violet in color. So do remember these 3 points, essential points. Sir, bromine is a corrosive liquid, iodine is a volatile solid, astatine is radioactive in nature. Keeping this point in mind as we move ahead, which of the following halogens is a volatile solid? Fluorina, chlorina, bromina, iodina. Just now you have explored, it is iodine, which is a volatile solid. Then what about bromine, sir? You have discussed that it is reddish brown. Hope you are aware. You have also discussed that chlorine and fluorine is a gas. Moving ahead, dear students. Fluorine is the most reactive among all the halogens because of its idana deceivers anta karitive. Dear students, you must be aware of this word called deceivers. Deceivers andre answers project ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಸರ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಅದ್ ನಾನು ತುಂಬಾ ಸತಿ ಓದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ. ಸೊ ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್. Read the fine document of the question. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. Fluorine is the most reactive anta prashne bandaga. Reactivity is related to dissociation energy. Nenperli, dear students, don't get deceived. Reactivity is related to dissociation energy. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೈಜ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ when it is related to electronegativity. Therefore, what is the golden point I want you to know in this, dear students? I would like you to remember this beautiful point. What is a beautiful point is smaller the size. I'm repeating my word and I'm slow in this. Smaller the size of what? Smaller the size of the atom, greater is the electronegativity. Then you have again lower the bond dissociation energy, lower the bond dissociation energy, greater will be its reactivity. If you know these 2 points, you can really challenge this question. Therefore, taking into consideration, sir, fluorine is most reactive among all the halogens. It is because of low dissociation energy and FF bond. It is not the size. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಈ ಲೋ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಸರ್ ಕಾರಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. You have two fluorine atoms, dear students. Two fluorine atoms, they repel each other. When they repel each other, the bond length increases. As the bond length increases, therefore, the ability to break it will become relatively easy. Therefore, it will have low dissociation energy. So I'm striking this point because I've seen this plentiful times and it is one of a good question for you to prepare for all levels of examination. Moving ahead. Sir, chlorine can be manufactured by catalytic oxidation of HCl in the presence of. ನಾನು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಲುಕ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪರ್ದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್? When I say chlorine is manufactured by catalytic oxidation of HCl in the presence of cuprous chloride, cupric chloride, metallic copper, ಅಥವಾ chromyl chloride. From this, I would like to hit it, nail it hard into your head. Dear students, do remember whenever you read any reaction, catalyst is very important. Experimental conditions are also very important. In this case, chlorine is manufactured by catalytic oxidation of HCl. ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂದು, you have to remember the name of this is Deacon's process. Do remember, I'm repeating my word. The name of this is Deacon's process. In this, you use CuCl2. Therefore, option B is the right answer. Coming by, ಸರ್ ಕುಪ್ರಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕೇಳ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಕುಪ್ರಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ನೀವು ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೇಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್? ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕಾಪರ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿಹೈಡ್ರೋಜಿನೇಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕೀಟೋನ್ಸ್. ವೆನ್ ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ primary alcohol when treated with copper will give you what is known as aldehyde ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Chromyl chloride, it is used in Etart's reaction. Learn with the options. You will be benefited to a great extent. Hope you have understood, dear student. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇದೆ, ಅದರ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂದು Weldon's process ಅಂತ. Since you are preparing for your entrance examination, I would love to share all this information. Sir, ಈ Weldon process ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಸರ್? It uses pyrolusite. Sir, pyrolusite ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಸರ್? MnO2. When MnO2 is used in the preparation of your chlorine, I would say it is what is known as your Weldon's process. Hope you have understood even these points. These are known as mirage of chemistry. Learn every word and every line to the greater merit. Moving ahead. Sir, chlorine on standing loses its yellow color due to what? Dear students, if you could remember, in your class, the teacher would be telling, dear student, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್? Read every line of the textbook. You will learn about the significance of it. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಟ್ರೀಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ವಾಟರ್, ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ವಾಟರ್, I will be getting what is known as HOCl, plus I will also be getting HCl. ಸರಿ, HOCl ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು? ಇದು ಹೈಪೋಕ್ಲೋರಸ್ ಆಸಿಡ್. ಈ ಹೈಪೋಕ್ಲೋರಸ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ it will break down to give me what is known as HCl. Along with that, you're getting nascent oxygen. Dear student, I want to nail this point here. Sir, in nascent oxygen, singlet oxygen, this is responsible for the oxidizing property. This is also responsible for the bleaching action of chlorine. Yesterday, when I was talking about sulfur dioxide, I remember telling sulfur dioxide is a bleaching agent, but it is a temporary bleaching agent. In this regard, I have what is known as your chlorine. It is a permanent bleaching agent. In this regard, again, chlorine bleaching action is due to oxidation. Hope you have understood. Therefore, looking at the options that I have, formation of HCl and HOCl is most appropriate. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಸರ್ ಈ HOCl ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, HClO4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐ ಫಾರ್ಗಾಟ್ ಟು ರೀಡ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮಗ್ ಅಪ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, to make it much more simple for you, I have spoken for a long. Therefore, I would like to give you a trick in this regard. Dear students, do remember, I hope you are having your book and the pen ready with you. Therefore, what I want to give you now is, sir, you are having what is known as HClO. I have what is known as HClO2. I have HClO3. I have HClO4. Sir, in this, yesterday you were telling that if the central atom happens to be same, in this the chlorine is the central atom, number of oxygen atom varies. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದು more acidic in nature. This is what you remember, which I said yesterday. So today, what is the special point I'm giving? I know that HClO3 is said to be chloric acid. Okay, sir, ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಕ್ಲೋರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಸರ್, ಇಕ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದಾಗ ಅದು ಅಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, the name of it is chlorous acid. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸರ್, ಕ್ಲೋರಸ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದಾಗ ಇವನು ಹೈಪೋ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ನೀವು ಮಗ್ಗಪ್ ಮಾಡುವಷ್ಟು ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿನೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Therefore, what I am trying to tell you is, ಇಕ್ಕಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಜ್ಜಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೈಪೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸರ್, ಇದೇ ತರ HClO4ಗೆ ಇಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಪರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಇದು ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ. Therefore, I think you have understood this point and how to remember the names. ಸರ್, ಇಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಜ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೈಪೋ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಪರ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Sir, is it applicable for the others? Yes, very much, dear students. ನೀವು sulfuric acid ಗೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, phosphorus ಗೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. It is really beneficial. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟಿಪ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, dear students. Yesterday, I remember telling you have studied about oleum. Sir, oleum ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು? Oleum was also read as pyrosulfuric acid. Sir, pyro ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು ಸರ್? ಎರಡು ಸರಿ ಆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೀರಿ, ಎರಡು ಸತಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ಒಂದು ಸತಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ತೆಗೀರಿ, ಇಷ್ಟೇ. Write 2 times the parent molecule and then remove one water molecule. Therefore, I am getting what is known as, you have H2S2O7. The name of this happens to be oleum, or I read it as pyroderivative. Sir, how do I get a pyroderivative? Write it 2 times and remove one water molecule. Sir, is it applicable for the others? Just like that, if I happen to give you phosphoric acid, H3PO4, sir, H3PO4, ಎರಡು ಸತಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ, H3PO4, I have wrote it twice. I remove one water molecule. When I remove one water molecule, I will be getting H4P2O7. Therefore, the name of it is pyro. Sir, ಬೇರೆಕ್ಕೂ ಇದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾ? ನೀವು ಬೋರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ಗೂ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟಿಪ್, ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಐ ಟೆನ್ ಟು ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ರನ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್. ಸರ್, ಒಂದು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಒಂದು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದಾಗ ಇದರ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂದು ಮೆಟಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Therefore, the name of this fellow is metaphosphoric acid. I hope you have understood and then learned the myriad of it. Sir, phosphoric acid ಇದೆ, parent acid. From the parent acid, if you remove one water molecule, you will be getting HPO3. Boric acid ide tara try ಮಾಡಿ, H3BO3, remove one water molecule, you will be getting HBO2. Therefore, what I want to conclude by giving you this trick and then tip here, dear students, is if you have two parent molecules, remove one water, you call it as a pyro derivative. One parent molecule, remove one water, you get a meta derivative. Hope you have understood. Moving ahead, in on the trick. What is that trick that I want you to give you now in this is, sir, next is ಈ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 17-18 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಬರಬಹುದಾ? ಅದು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದು ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನೀವು ಕಲಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ participate with me. You will enjoy learning it, dear students. So what is that I need you all to understand here is, do write at one corner some of the numbers that I tend to give now. I am giving here, if it is 2, it is Sp. If it is 3, it is Sp2. If it is 4, it is Sp3. If it is 5, it is dsp3. I mean to say, you add up the subscript here, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, like that. If it is 6, it is d2sp3. If it is 7, it is d3sp3. These are the numbers that you need to know, dear student. Now, how is this trick helping me? Next few slides that you have is only on hybridization. Therefore, just participate. So now if I happen to give you, sir, I have given methane molecule. What is the hybridization state of the central atom carbon here? Central atom carbon ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸರ್, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 14, ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 14 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 15 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 16 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 6. As I said the trick yesterday. ಸರ್, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 14, therefore 4. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸೇರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, add. Therefore 4 plus 4 is 8. Whatever number you get, you divide it by 2. Therefore I am getting, sir, 4. 4 means it is sp3. Hope you have understood this, my dear students. Okay, therefore hybridized state can be done very simple like this. Coming back again, sir, NH3 ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸರ್? ಸರ್, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 15, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 15 ಅಂದಾಗ 5 ಸರ್. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ ಸರ್. 5 plus 3 ಬಂದು 8 ಸರ್. 8 divided by 2, 4 ಸರ್. 4 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು sp3. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? How is 4 sp3? Because I wrote here 4 is equal to sp3, dear student. Come back again. Now you should be telling it very fast. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ 3 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೇ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸರ್, ಫಾಸ್ಫರಸ್ ಸರ್ 5 ಸರ್. 5 plus 5 ಬಂದು 10 ಸರ್. 10 divided by 2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 ಸರ್. 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು dsp3 ಸರ್. Hope you have understood, dear students. Once again, ಸರ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇದೆ H2O. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಬಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 16 ಸರ್. 6. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8 ಸರ್. 8 by 2 is equal to 4. 4 ಅಂದಾಗ sp3 ಸರ್. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್. Another nailing the point. ಸರ್, SO2 ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಓದಿರ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಇವತ್ತು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. SO2 ಸರ್, ಸಲ್ಫರ್. ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 16 ಸರ್. 6. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಕು. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. Therefore I have sulfur here. So if I am not adding oxygen, Therefore, 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3. 3 is equal to sp2. Hope you have understood this, dear students. Very, very simple and easy. Sir, ಇದರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಸರ್? ಯಾವ ನಂಬರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆಯೋ ಈ ನಂಬರ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಿದೋ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸರ್ 4 - 4 0 ಸರ್, ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಬಂದು 0 ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 4 ಬಂತು ಸರ್, 4 - 3 ಬಂದು 1 ಸರ್, therefore lone pair is equal to 1 ಸರ್. ಸರ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 5 ಇದೆ ಸರ್, 5 - 5 is equal to 0, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್, ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಇದು ಸರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ 2 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್, ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್? 4 ಬಂದಿದೆ ಸರ್, 4 - 2 is equal to 2 lone pair. Therefore, if you know this trick, dear students, you will be able to capture and then do any question very, very easily. Moving ahead with significance. Now, I hope you have understood this trick now. Keeping this in mind, now let me come to this. Sir, the hybridization of Cl in ClF3. ನೀವೇ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀರಿ ಸರ್. ClF3 ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 17 ಅಂದಾಗ ಅದು 7. ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜಿನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಸೇರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 7 + 3 is equal to 10. ಇದನ್ನ 2 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನನಗೆ 5 ಬಂತು. 5 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು sp3d ಅಥವಾ dsp3. See how fast I could do, dear students, and what is the answer that I have got. Hope you have understood and hope you are really clear. ಇದೇ ತರ ಸರ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಕಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 5 - 3 is equal to 2 lone pair. Get some confidence, dear student. It is not how many questions you prepare, but how well you try to understand every question and nailing it. Moving ahead, ಈಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಣ. So you have what is known as XeF2, you have XeF4, you have XeF6. Now, what is he asking me? He is asking me how many lone pairs are there on xenon. Dear student, just as you try to do it. So let me tell, sir, xenon sir, group 18 andaga 8 sir, 8 + 2 bandu 10 sir, 10 divided by 2 bandu 5 sir, 5 - 2 bandu 3. Sometimes you have to keep a track on the answers, dear students. It's not necessary that you have to solve each and everything. Sir, 3 ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ. So you don't need to work further. If there was one more 3 in one of the option, then you go ahead in digging. But since now we are learning the art, now I hope you know. Therefore, number of lone pairs that are present in XeF2. If you want to prove it once again, let me try this. So 8 sir, 8 + 4 is equal to 12 sir, 12 divided by 2 6 sir, 6 - 4 sir, 2 sir. Match ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ sir, correct ಆಗಿದೆ. Hope you are smiling, dear students. You have understood this trick, and I am also happy that you have learned this. And believe me, in the previous year paper, invariably you will find one question either on hybridization or on calculation of lone pairs. Moving ahead, sir, what is the structure of XeO3? ಸರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಕಪೆ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದೇ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಬೇಕಾಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೆಡ್, ನೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. Let me help you again. Sir, XeO3, sir. In XeO3, I tend to have what is known as my xenon. Sir, in xenon, I remember that the number is 8. 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. 4 andaga sp3, sir. Okay, I'm happy with it. So what is it that, how am I connecting with this, sir? How can I predict what is the geometry keeping the hybridization? Look, in one trick and helping you in 4 different ways. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, dear students, 4 - 3. 4 - 3 is equal to 1 lone pair. ಈ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ನ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, dear student. 4 ಬಂದಾಗ sp3 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, you know that it is sp3 is tetrahedral in geometry, no doubt about it. But due to the presence of one lone pair, the molecule will undergo distortion. Therefore, the geometry of that is pyramidal in geometry. I would like to give this tip for you, dear student. Sir, 4 bantu sir, sp3 sir, sp3 and the tetrahedral sir, 2 lone pairs ittu sir. ಆವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? it will become a bent molecule, water molecule you will be able to get. Matte, since I'm very happy with the way you are participating and you are learning along with me, dear student, I would like to give you one more tip in this. So I'm very happy to share this tip with you. Sir, tetrahedral ಅಂದಾಗ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಬಂದು 109 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ 28 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಈ ಪಿರಾಮಿಡಲ್ಗೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್? ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೆಡ್ರಲ್ 109 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ 28 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ sp3 ಬಂತು. ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಯು ಮೈನಸ್ 2.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. 2.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ನೀವು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ therefore you will be getting what is known as 107 degrees. So pyramidal geometry ಗೆ 107. ಸರ್ ಇದು ವಾಟರ್ಗೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ವಾಟರ್ಗೆ 109 ಡಿಗ್ರೀಸ್ 28 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತ. ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಗೆ 2.5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆದಾಗ 2 ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ಗೆ 5 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. therefore you know what is the bond angle of water molecule. It is 104.5 degree. Hope you have understood it. Very simple, dear student. Please do learn this trick. Applicable exclusively for when you get sp3, you get tetrahedral in geometry, and it is easy to forge ahead. Moving again, if you happen to look in, sir, which of the following is not an interhalogen compound? What is this interhalogen compound, dear students? You have studied it plentiful times. Interhalogen compounds are those where it's a combination of two halogen atoms. Simple as it is. Interhalogen compounds are those which can be designated by a simple combination, as I say, as ABN. My A is always larger in size, whereas my B is smaller in size. And then I can also say my N can be a number 1, 3, 5, and then 7. So if I happen to write my halogens here, sir, I have fluorine, I have chlorine, I have bromine, I have iodine. You are also aware, dear students, on moving down the groups, sir, size increases, sir. Therefore, if I happen to have a clear-cut visualization of what I put up in the slide, that means, sir, BR and F. So BR and F, sir, it is possible. Sir, Cl and F, larger and smaller, it is possible. Sir, IF7, I is there and F, yes, larger and smaller possible. ClBr3, sir, smaller and larger, this combination, sir, it is not according to my configuration formula which I have. Therefore, here I tend to say which of the following is not an interhalogen compound. You need to remember it is ClBr3, or you need to work out in this. You can't muck up this answer because options will vary as you change the question pattern. Hope you have understood even this question, dear students. Moving ahead again. Sir, what is the shape of IF7 and IF5? IF5 and IF7. Students, you have studied plentiful times and you would have mucked up it also. Sir, IF7 ಅಂದ್ರೆ pentagonal bipyramidal, sir. ತುಂಬಾ ಸತಿ ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ IF7 ಅಂದಾಗ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಯಾವ ತರ ಸರ್? ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಳೆ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಬರೋಣ. So if you go to the Halley trick, what is that Halley trick is? I have, this is an interhalogen compound. Sir, my interhalogen compounds are those you said it is of the formula ABN. If in my ABN, I can write it as AB, I can write it as AB3, I can write it as AB5, I can also write it as AB7. In this, the example IF7 was given. This was pentagonal bipyramidal. This is known. Then what is this AB? AB is generally linear. AB3 is T-shaped. AB5, this configuration AB5, it is square pyramidal. Do remember my word, dear students. Therefore, by looking at it only, you can gauge it and then say, yes, sir, it is square pyramidal and pentagonal bipyramidal is what I tend to have. Sir, in this regard, sir, can I apply the trick and then work it out, sir? Possible. Let me go for the trick now in case IF5, sir, that I have. Sir, iodine, you said group 17, sir. Group 17 means 7. 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. Sir, 6 ಅಂದ್ರೆ octahedral. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, 6 minus 5 ಬಂದು ಒಂದಾಯ್ತು, ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್. 5 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್, ಒಂದು ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪಿರಾಮಿಡಲ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Sometimes if you don't want to muck up certain structures, this is the way you have to give, and this is the way you have to approach, dear students. Therefore, by all probability, I would say in the given options, it is square pyramidal and pentagonal bipyramidal. Moving ahead. Sir, under what condition explosive nitrogen trichloride is formed? Dear students, in chlorine, you have to prepare or you have to learn two important reactions. Action of chlorine with cold and dilute NaOH. Action of chlorine with hot and concentrated NaOH. The other one is chlorine when it is treated with ammonia. Excess of ammonia, less of ammonia. In this case, the reaction is exclusively between ammonia and chlorine. Therefore, I tend to give it to you like this. Sir, what happens, under what condition nitrogen trichloride is formed? You would have studied plentiful times, dear students. When ammonia combines or reacts with chlorine, you will be getting what is known as nitrogen trichloride. Along with that, you will also be getting HCl. I hope you are well versed in balancing all that. Therefore, 3 into 3, 6. Therefore, 3 plus 3, 6. Therefore, I write here 3. If I happen to look in, it is 1:3 ratio. Students, yesterday I was telling you nitrogen trihalides are those which cannot be hydrolyzed in water. Nitrogen trihalide is again one of an explosive compound. Do remember this point and give efficiency for all the four reactions which I happen to, which I said a little while ago. All are very, very important. Moving ahead. Arrange the following in the decreasing order of their bond dissociation energy. Yesterday also when I was telling this, dear students, I remember gauging one important point. As I said, sir, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. As I move down the group, as I move down the group, atomic size is increasing. Sir, atomic size increases, bond length also increases. Sir, bond length also increases, bond energy decreases. Therefore, those who are present lower down in the group, the bonds that they form will have low dissociation energy. It is easy to break. So if I happen to regard this, sir, fluorine is there, chlorine is there, bromine is there, iodine is there. Therefore, how do I figure it out? Arrange the following in the decreasing order of their bond dissociation energy. Therefore, you tend to say that bond dissociation is the least for, when I consider it, for hydrogen iodide. And then subsequently, as I move down the group, in this priority of options that I have, A, B, C, and then D, you know, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. As I look into the option, you can yourself figure it out and then put it out as, so that which is appropriate for me is, I would say, HI, HBr, HCl, and HF. Here both are given in the same wavelength, dear student. It is an alternate arrangement here. I just messed it out. Therefore, hope you have understood this. Continuing further. Which of the following halogen can form only one oxy acid? Which of the following halogen can form only one oxy acid? Dear students, in this, you should remember which of the following can have only one oxy acid is the first member of this group, group 17. My halogen, which is fluorine, small in size, highly electronegative. It can form only one oxy acid. That oxy acid is hypofluorous acid. It is due to its small size and high electronegativity. My fluorine can exhibit only one oxidation state, and it is -1 oxidation state. whereas other fellows in the group can exhibit up to a maximum extent of +7. Therefore, in this, which of the following halogen can have only one oxyacid? I would like to give it as fluorine, which happens to be -1 oxidation state. It can form only one oxyacid. Moving ahead. Which of the following is not an example of disproportionation reaction? Dear students, plentiful times you would have studied this, even in redox reaction you would have studied. But here I don't want to explore with every option. What is the trick that I'm giving you here and how you have to be aware of it is an element in the reactant side. That element should be present in the product side and it should be present twice. That means one route it is undergoing oxidation, another route it is undergoing reduction. If that is the case, if you happen to look in, I quickly gauge upon the options. Whenever a question is given, don't approach directly and then try attempting it. If you happen to look in option D, sir, I have Fe2 plus getting converted to Fe3 plus, MnO4 minus changing to Mn2 plus. In this, I would like to say that this is not a disproportionation reaction. Sir, how would you confidently say? There is no element repeated twice in the product side. That is the catch. If you happen to look in option C, if you tend to take, sir, I have phosphorus. Sir, phosphorus, anything in the elemental state is regarded as zero. I have pH3, which is phosphine. In this, I have sodium hypophosphite. In this, if you happen to work it out, phosphorus will both undergo oxidation and reduction. Therefore, it is a disproportionate reaction. ಅದೇ ತರ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ you observe chlorine. Chlorine, when it is moving from the reactants to the product, you will see that it will exhibit both oxidation and reduction. Therefore, these three are examples of redox reactions which are disproportionate, whereas option D, I can't label it as disproportionate reaction. Moving ahead. Now, next slide we have, dear student, this is exclusively on group 18. In group 18, what you have to learn, plentiful things you can learn with regard to their uses. Plentiful things again you can learn with regard to their properties and reaction abilities with water. If I happen to say group 18 elements, sir, who are they? They are read as zero group elements, inert gases, noble gases, rare gases, gases of atmosphere. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು group 18ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ points. Who are these group 18 elements? They are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. ಒಂದೊಂದು noble gasಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು important points ಇದೆ. Sir, helium is used in gas thermometer. Helium is used in breathing devices. Helium is used in weather balloons. Helium is used to maintain low temperature. Istondu points ಇದೆ. Helium has also got another special property because of its low melting point. This fellow has got it's got a property where it can diffuse through glass. It can diffuse through what is known as a glass, or it can also trespass through certain rubber medium also. So that is a speciality. Sir, neon ge ಏನ್ significance, sir? Neon is used in advertisement board. Argon is used in welding purposes. Sir, krypton is used in metallurgical process. Xenon, very important, used in anesthesia. Radon, used in the treatment of cancer. It is radioactive. Sir, ಈ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನು ಸರ್? ಆರ್ಗಾನ್, ನಿಯಾನ್, ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟಾನ್, xenon. I have given some names here. This is how they named it when they first discovered it. Because you're preparing for all levels of exam, it is necessary. Sir, ಆರ್ಗಾನ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಲೇಸಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ನಿಯಾನ್ಗೆ it was known as new. Kryptonಗೆ it is known as hidden. Xenonಗೆ it is known as a stranger gas. So these are some names which you can remember. Moving ahead. under this. So if you happen to be thorough with whatever I said, you will be able to easily do. Sir, match the following. Helium, which is that which is appropriate for me, sir? Helium is used in gas thermometer. Okay. Radon is radioactive, used in the treatment of cancer. Fine. Argon is the most abundant noble gas. Do remember that point. Most abundant andre 50%, 60% alla. It is hardly 1 or 2%, dear students. Xenon, it is easily soluble in water. Therefore, you have plentiful xenon compounds being formed, dear students. Therefore, if you happen to look it out, therefore 1 is 3, 2 is 4, 3 is 3 is 2, and 4 is 1. Therefore, option A is appropriate. Moving ahead, I'm running short of time. Therefore, I'm just moving ahead, dear students. Which of the following noble gas is obtained by radioactive disintegration? Dear students, do remember, noble gases are called as gases of atmosphere. But do remember, one noble gas which is not present in the atmosphere, which is obtained by radioactive disintegration, happens to be my radon. Okay. Radon is obtained by radioactive disintegration of radium. So from this, you know about the significance of each and everything. Argon, I think I mentioned it, you're aware. It is the most abundant noble gas. Xenon used as anesthesia. Krypton is used in metallurgical processes. Moving. Which noble gas has the ability to diffuse through rubber and glass? When I was giving you the synapse little while ago, I think I mentioned it. So you're aware the noble gas which can diffuse through rubber and glass happens to be helium. And all my noble gases are what is known as monoatomic. Like a chlorine, you have Cl2. In these, they are in individual identity as they are. Moving ahead. Which of the noble gas has got high polarizability? Again, here one important point, dear student. As I move down the group, polarizability increases with what is known as atomic number. As I move down the group, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. If I tend to say I'm moving down the group, atomic number is increasing, polarizability is maximum. For whom polarizability is maximum? I would say it would be for xenon, because it is present lower down the group. Moving ahead, dear students. So the product formed by complete hydrolysis of xenon hexafluoride. So this has come in the theory paper so many times. Why should I study it here, sir? Here I am giving it to you in the form of a trick, dear student. Therefore, I have XeF6, XeF6, 3 times I am writing it, understanding that I am writing water molecules. Therefore, I am writing it. 3 water molecules I have written. Therefore, I have written H2O, H2O, and then I will write it is 2 water molecules, 3 water molecules in this regard. Therefore, when I say, how do I remember this? Very simple. How much of a water molecule you have, remove double the number of HFDS students. Here, 2 water molecule, therefore I am removing 4 HF. Sir, here 3 water molecules, therefore I am removing 6 HF. Now, he says formed by complete hydrolysis. Complete hydrolysis is this. Therefore, who is remaining? Xenon is not used, sir. Okay. Then I see, sir, hydrogen 6 times you have used up. Sir, oxygen you have not used at all. Therefore, XeO3. This is how you try to calculate this, dear students. Similarly, get back to this. Sir, XeF6 plus 2H2O, how do I remember? Sir, you said 2 water molecule, therefore removed 4HF. Therefore, I have what is known as xenon. Continuing, I have, sir, 4 hydrogen. Yes, I have used up. Oxygen, I have not. Therefore, XeO2. And similarly, who is remaining? 4F I have used up. Therefore, it's remaining like this. This is how I can easily remember and then calculate this. Dear students, hope you have followed even this trick. Since I'm running short of time, I will move ahead. So, which is the poisonous gas of chlorine, which is containing sulfur? Gases of chlorine are relatively poisonous, no doubt about it. You have here which is known as phosgene. So who is phosgene, sir? Phosgene is carbonyl chloride, COCl2. Sir, tear gas is CCl3NO2. Sir, mustard gas is C2H4Cl twice, and then it is sulfur. So phosphine, sir, it is a poisonous gas of phosphorus, which is pH3. Here he says, which is the poisonous gas which contains what is known as sulfur. Therefore, I have here mustard gas is what is the answer. Moving ahead, dear students, and then here I have this, though the trick comes in your oxidation number, but because iodine was there and once it was asked, therefore I would like to give this also. I would like to end very quickly with this, and the last trick which I said, how to remember what is the oxidation state of these elements. So I'm trying to picturize this and then write it out for you. Sir, what is the oxidation state of iodine in all of this? Hope you can remember, dear students. You have to write, sir, I have to write 1 plus x plus 2 into minus 4. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸರ್ -2 ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, 4 into 2, 8. 8 minus 1, 7 is stay. So you will get it in 1 or 2 seconds. 2 into 5, 10. 10 minus 3, 7. Okay, very good. 2 into 6, 12. 12 minus 5, sir, 7. Therefore, within no time, you are able to get, or you are able to calculate what is the oxidation state. Therefore, there are some questions you have to learn for theory purpose. There are some questions we have to learn exclusively by using the trick, dear students. I promised you that I will give you something without using a calculator, without using a logbook, how to calculate what is known as the pH, dear students. Therefore, last trick for you, and enjoying learning with you. Sir, if at all, if I have been given H plus ion concentration, sir, H plus ion concentration is 3 into 10 power minus 5. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಿ ಹೆಚ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. ಡೂ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಇದು ಹೋಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಇದು 10 ಪವರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮೈ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 4. ಇದನ್ನ 9 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. My answer is 4.6. That's all, dear students. Imagine I give you, sir, 2 into 10 power minus 3. None answer bandu 2.7. By the time I write the question, you have got the answer, dear student. One more, last time. Sir, it is 4 into 10 power minus 4. What is the pH of this, sir? It is 3.9 minus 5 is equal to 4. Hope you have understood this, dear students. It was very simple. It is one of the easiest way to approach and then prepare. So every question has got its own merit. Do prepare accordingly. You will be successful. I, on behalf of the entire chemistry faculties from Karnataka, seek the grace and blessings from God that you will all do really beautifully well and be successful in all your ventures. May God's grace be bestowed upon you. Best wishes for you as you prepare for your examination. Thank you.